everybody. So today is going to be a doozy of a video. I have a lot to talk about, so hopefully I can get through everything fairly quickly, but this is basically my 2015 favorites video. I don't want to talk for too long, I just kind of want to get right on into it. I'm going to be talking about some YouTube favorites to kick things off, just people I've been watching on YouTube, friends who have been doing cool stuff on their YouTube channels, a ton of music, a lot, beauty favorites, not a whole lot, and a couple of movie favorites. So yes, let's begin. Kicking things off with some YouTube favorites this year. These are all things I totally forgot to mention at the tail end of 2015, so I really want to talk about them now. A girl I go to school with, her name is Devan. She's one of my classmates and one of my friends. She started doing YouTube videos, sort of like daily vlogs pretty much. So I highly recommend checking her out if you're interested in what I'm doing at school, because she vlogged our finals week, our pattern making final. She vlogged it all. So I'm going to link her channel down below. She's really awesome. Also this year, my buddy Daniel Duane featured me in one of his videos. We did a small collaboration and he, collaborated with other YouTubers in that video as well, but just point blank, he's been doing some really awesome stuff this year. He just started a new little series thing on his channel. He's sort of a very artsy filmmaker kind of guy. I've literally been watching him since I was like early high school aged. It's awesome that he's still kicking. And then finally, another classmate and friend of mine, her name is Krista. I also helped her film a lookbook earlier this past year. I'm going to link that down below. I model in it, so that's kind of awkward for me, but it turned out really good. She did a really good job editing it and choosing music and all of that, so yeah, and she's really stylish as well. As far as just some other friends and people I've been watching, Vegan Minimalist Mark, he is really awesome. He is a UK vlogger here on YouTube. He talks a lot about, obviously, the two things that are the name of his channel, being vegan, being minimalist, and just bettering himself mentally and all of this stuff. So yes, he is a really nice and cool guy, and I highly recommend his channel. And then also My Green Closet. I've really taken a lot of inspiration from her this year and learned a lot from her. She's a great sustainable, natural beauty and fashion person here on YouTube, and yeah, she's very cool. So moving on to the music favorites. So many. I'm going to link a playlist down below, as well as list every song typed out, just for those of you who want to check them out who don't have Spotify. So first of all, if you guys haven't already and you use Spotify, you should go check out what your top songs, top albums were of the year. All I did was Google Spotify 2015 year in music or something like that. I can't remember. I'll try to link that down below as well, but mine was not super accurate this year just because Tokyo Police Club is always an outlier for me and it should not be counted. With all of the outliers taken out of it, my number one song this year was Inspire by Delorean, and it totally makes sense because I've listened to this song a lot. They are just an awesome Spanish alternative dance music kind of band. I really want to see them in concert, but they have never come here and I fear they never will. They didn't release anything new, I don't think, in 2015. This is just, I happen to listen to it a lot. And then another song that I happen to listen to a lot but didn't come out this year is Fiona Coyne by Skylar Spence. And I can definitely relate to this song because if you guys are Degrassi fans like I was, Fiona Coyne was a very cute character and I definitely had a girl crush on her, and this song is basically just about her, but it's a really catchy little summer pop driving around in your car kind of song. So yeah, very cute. Oberhofer had a new album come out in October of this year and it was pretty good. I was a big fan of Time Capsules too, and this is kind of just more of that. St. Lucia had a couple of new singles this year, which was very awesome because they are easily in my top 5 favorite bands of all time. I got to see them at 8035 this year. If you guys have not already seen my 2015 recap video, go watch that because I have footage of that in there. I also got to meet the lead singer and his wife, who were both in the band, which was really awesome. But yes, they played this song called Physical at 8035 and I literally waited the entire year for them to release it as a recording, and they finally did. It is on Spotify. Go give it a listen, it's really cool. I gotta give it to Owl City, my boy. He had a new album this year as well called Mobile Orchestra. Definitely not my favorite album of his, but I can't lie, I did go hard to this album in my car on more than one occasion, so I cannot not include it on my list. Also, Andrew McMahon in the Wilderness, new project of Andrew McMahon's. I love him. I've been listening to him since Something Corporate. Love Jack's Mannequin. Saw him in concert. Also have footage of that in the 2015 recap, and he is just the friendliest guy ever. I've met him a couple of times at this point, and this album did not disappoint at all. I think it's actually one of his best projects yet. Neon Indian had a new album this year, and while I was not crazy about the entire thing, Annie is a really catchy song on it. It's basically like probably the most popular song on the album, but for good reason. It's just sort of a grimy 80s nightclub kind of sounding song, pretty different from Neon Indian's past work. My boy Dave Monks from Tokyo Police Club had a solo album this year, All Signs Point to Yes. Loved the song, the rules off of it, had a beautiful music video with it, and I'm just super excited for anything that anyone in that band does. So to have a little something, a little taste of Tokyo Police Club this year just really made me happy. Will Sturgeon, my boy, he came out with his full-length album this year, which was really, really awesome. Definitely my favorite track off of it is Sisterly, but if you have not listened to the whole thing, go check it out. I'm going to link his Bandcamp down below. I used the song Filters off of it in my 2015 video. And then finally, I just wanted to talk about Harmlessness by The World is a Beautiful Place and I Am No Longer Afraid to Die. I don't know how many times I listened to this album this year, but I really, really enjoyed it because I wasn't the biggest fan of Between Bodies, so to have something come out that's more in the realm of their album Whenever If Ever, I was just really excited about that, and if you have not already listened to it, I definitely check it out. So yeah, that's basically all of those out of the way. I only have a couple beauty favorites, so I'm going to go ahead and talk about those now. For starters, I think I have found the end-all be-all oil that I will ever buy, and this is argan oil. Coconut oil has nothing on this. Jojoba oil, grapeseed oil, they can all take a back seat. This is the Nourish Organic brand, but honestly you could use whatever. This one happens to have a blend of pomegranate and rosehip oil in it as well. But basically I've been using this on my hair and I feel like it has made it so much easier to manage. I put it on at night and I just wake up and it's not frizzy. I don't have to straighten it if I don't want to or touch it up or anything. It has just been a lifesaver, and I feel like I don't know if it's made I don't think it's made my hair grow, but it's just made it way down in a way that's really nice and like, I don't know, it's been working wonders. It's also a really great moisturizer for at night. Just put a little on your hands and kind of pat it on. It's a great body moisturizer. Just like if you are a minimalist or interested in becoming a minimalist, this is something you totally have to pick up because it cuts out so many products. And in case you're wondering where you can get that, I got mine at Target, but I also bought my mom a bottle for Christmas from Whole Foods, so they've got it at a ton of places. And then this is a cruelty-free brand, Anastasia. You have probably all seen this product before. I'm very late to the bandwagon, but this is their Brow Wiz, and I have seen the light with this product. I don't know why I didn't buy it before. This year, my mom and I got our eyebrows threaded for the first time. Don't look too close because I have not touched them up since that, and that was many months ago. But once I did that, I picked up this product, and it is such a lifesaver. Again, awesome minimalist product. It's got the spoolie right on it and it's got the product. You can throw this in a makeup bag and go wherever you need to go if you travel or move around a lot like I do in college. And I don't know, I just feel like it's made my brow game so much stronger. And I should have known that that was going to happen because everyone talks about this, but yes, I totally think it's worth the investment. It's the only one I've found that doesn't have like a reddish undertone. I know that like the NYX one does, and that really bothered me. I ended up returning it. I had bought it earlier this year as well and didn't like it. This has more of an ashy gray undertone to it, and it's just perfect. All right, we are nearing the end, you guys. I just have a couple of movie favorites to talk about. Unfortunately, this was a real crap movie for years, I have to be completely honest. I got out to the movies a couple times and but I didn't see anything that I myself personally wanted to see. It was just like things that other people wanted to see, which is totally fine, totally fun, but like, I don't know, there was nothing artsy or like captivating really out there this year, which is very unfortunate, but it is what it is. I will say I saw Inside Out like 3 times in theaters, and I think I've seen it like 2 or 3 more times now that it's been on DVD. Easily probably my #1 movie of the year. I cry easily with movies. I cried probably about 7 times the first time I saw it, and I feel like it's the perfect movie for this point in time because it really explains what a person with depression is dealing with, but in a way that makes sense to kids or even makes sense to adults that just have an issue sometimes wrapping their mind around it. I don't know, it's just really touching and really perfect, and it was funny. And then also the movie, it's actually a documentary, excuse me, The True Cost came out in May of 2015, and awesome documentary. It's on Netflix. Go watch it if you have not watched it already. Schools everywhere should show this movie. It basically explains what is wrong with the apparel industry, what is wrong with the textile industry. My freshman year of college, I did figure out pretty early on that I wanted to focus on sustainability just from reading a lot of articles, mostly reading like journal articles or just news stories, things like that. But I feel like it didn't really click until I saw this documentary. I'm a very visual person, so just seeing the things that are wrong and how disturbing they are in the world of fashion just really solidified it for me and made me realize that, okay, this is not something to go into lightly. Like, it needs to change, and it needs to change quick. It was a pretty good year in terms of learning new things, discovering new things, music, ideas, just a good spectrum, I would say. Does that make sense? I don't know. Okay, so I'm sorry that the lighting is like shifting kind of weird in this video, but I'm wrapping things up now. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please share some of your favorites from 2015 down below. I would love to know. Music, movies. Did you find any good movies in 2015? Let me know. I want to know. So I really wonder how the Oscars are going to be this year. I was just thinking about that the other day. But anyway, okay, I digress. Thank you guys again for watching this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye. I was a big fan of time capsules too. I was a big fan of time capsules too. Oh my gosh. I was a big fan of